Great party, right?
Yeah.
Marianne, there's someone I want you to meet. This is Connell.
Oh, right. Hi.
Connell Waldron, from beyond the grave.
When did you take up smoking?
We were at school together.
No way.
Garrett? Yeah, he's here now.
What is it?
Right, come here, man. You're gonna want to hear this.
Back in a sec.
Hey, hello.
Well, how are you?
Yeah. I'm all right. Good.
Would you like a drink?
Oh, Garrett gave me this, so.
We can do better than that.
I don't know about you guys, but I have chills. Their chemistry is so potent that the moment they laid eyes on each other, you could feel their connection. It's like you could cut that with a knife. It's so strong. Oh God, their chemistry, their compatibility is just so delicious and exquisite and yummy. Oh, it's so good. But also this moment right here is so meaningful because if you guys remember a few episodes ago, in the scene where Connell's trying to apply for colleges, Connell brings up to Marianne, I bet if we went to the same college, you would pretend like you didn't know me. It was a way for him to call himself out because that's what he does to her. And then Marianne saw underneath that sort of nonchalant statement and saw that there was something deeper there that he was confessing to that he didn't fully realize yet. And she very compassionately looked at him and reassured him and said, I would never pretend to not know you, Connell. And this is her sticking to her word, despite what he's done to her, despite them breaking up, despite them spending all this time apart and not seeing each other for so long, despite their last interaction being filled with so much hurt, betrayal, and loss, she still kept her promise after all this time. And saying that makes me want to cry. Like, that's how much she loves him, you know? And she stuck by her word. She meant it then, she means it now. And she means it despite him hurting her so much. Because him hurting her, yes, was horrible, and that's why she broke up with him. But she still loves him. She still cares about him as a person. So much so that she wants to keep that promise. And he, you could tell, wanted to give her an opportunity to pretend like she didn't know him, just in case, you know, after everything that's happened, she didn't want to stick with that promise. And she did want to, you know, change her mind. And so this is, again, a trust fall moment. He gave her an opportunity to hurt him and not catch him. But there she was, to catch him in that moment and show him that she's still able to show up for him, still able to keep her promise. And as soon as they meet, they're gonna pick up where they left off because their connection never left or diluted or dissipated in the first place. It's just as potent as it was when they were in high school.
Nice.
So how do you know Gareth?
Oh, classes together. You two are going out?
Everyone seems to know him.
Yeah, he's one of these campus celebrities.
He'd love that.
I believe he's very active on multiple college committees.
I mean, look at their chemistry, y'all. They probably haven't seen or talked to each other in, a year or so? And they didn't even leave off on good terms. They actually left off on horrible terms as soon as they meet face to face again. Bantering, laughing. And it's like, it's not like a fake banter. It's not small talk. It's like they're actually like enjoying riffing off of each other. The chemistry is just like immediate. And they're able to kind of like just play off of each other. Like Connell never riffs off of people like this, ever.
I've missed you.
Yeah. Yeah, you too. I was a bit worried when you left school and that. I was pretty down about it.
Well, Never hung out much during school hours.
Oh, yeah.
What about Rachel? You still together?
How'd you hear about that? Through your brother?
Saw photos on Facebook.
And this is also the interesting part of why they're so compatible through their differences is, like I said, Marianne, in a way, you could see here, she's not emotionally affected by connecting with Connell and talking to him. But you could see Connell is almost like on the brink of tears. Like all those emotions he's felt for her, the regret, the heartache, all of that feeling, the guilt, the shame of hurting her and not meeting her and wanting to have done better, and maybe he could have chosen differently, and maybe they'd be in a different place if he chose differently. What if he was ready then the way that he might be ready now? All of that is in his eyes. He's feeling it actively. Like you could see almost like tears welling up in his eyes, and he can't really keep the smile on his face anymore because it's like all these emotions are returning in ways that Marianne feels almost very casual. Like it's nothing to her that she gets to talk to him. She gets to just say, I miss you. And it doesn't feel as heavy as Connell's feeling right now. And it's because Marianne processes her emotions in real time, in the moment. And so that's why she's able to show up so fully and meet people despite where they're at with her. She's able to just show up as herself and honor what she wants to do and how people make her feel and what they mean to her. And so therefore, when she's over it, she's already processed that grief and she's over it, right? And so Marianne, in a sense, is meeting Connell right now completely over what happened. And at peace with it, in a sense. And that's the thing, she's at peace with it, which is why she's able to still interact with him with no resentment, because she's at peace with it. Whereas Connell is still holding on to what happened and how he feels about her. He still has all this guilt. And it's just so interesting that they're different in that way, right? Marianne digests things a lot faster and a lot more thoroughly, and Connell takes a lot of time to digest what he has to digest because he puts it off and he holds it so close to him that what would take Marianne a day to process would take Connell a year, you know?
No, we broke up actually.
Oh. Sorry.
I don't think we were that compatible, really. What?
No, I reckon I could have told you that.
Well, maybe I should, would have helped actually. You weren't really replying to my text at the time, so...
Felt somewhat abandoned, Connell.
Yeah, I felt a bit abandoned myself, didn't I? You disappeared. The Rachel thing, wasn't serious or anything.
It's not really why I left school.
Right.
More of a last straw sort of thing.
Yeah. I wondered if that was what it was.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe you're telepathic.
You know, I did used to think that I could read your mind at times.
In bed, you mean?
What is so yummy about what we just witnessed is we're seeing Connell's growth come out in how quick he's able to express himself honestly with her. We just witnessed them have a back and forth. It was so intense. You guys probably felt that too. She said something that it is like almost it would make people uncomfortable because of how honest it was, and then he just like immediately responded with something just as honest, and they went back and forth, and the tension was building and building, and then all of a sudden it kind of dissipates because once they got everything out, they both realized we finally can kind of like release some of that pressure, like a pressure valve being released in a way, and let the air kind of come out of you guys and let it deflate a little bit more and return back to a more casual sort of banter. And this is like the beauty of their conversational and energetic chemistry. Really familiar and affectionate, lighthearted banter.
Oh, we broke up actually.
Oh. Sorry.
I don't think we were that compatible, really. What?
No, I reckon I could have told you that.
Goes into a very intense and emotionally charged, honest, back and forth sharing of, you hurt me, well, I felt hurt and abandoned too.
Well, maybe I should, would have helped actually. You weren't really replying to my text at the time, so...
Felt somewhat abandoned, Connell.
Yeah, I felt a bit abandoned myself, didn't I?
As soon as they said everything they needed to say and they understood how they made each other feel, they exhaled back into, we're still good though, and I could still smile and banter with you and be on good terms with you, because at the end of the day, I care about you, and that's it. And that's the thing. Connell has never been able to do that with her until this conversation. And that's a testament to his growth. Now that he's spent some time actually speaking up on his own opinions and sharing it with more confidence and self-assurance in different situations outside of Marianne and with different people, now that he's put in front of her and she challenges him with these honest statements that she's always done, she's always been that person, but now he meets her there. Now when she says that thing, he says it right back, and he says what he's feeling right back to her. She says what she's feeling about that right back to him, and he says it, you know, like they just keep going. And Connell, even though this is such a small sign of growth, that goes to show he has more self-assurance in his truth, and he feels comfortable enough sharing it, so much so that he can meet Marianne there in that honesty. And she picks up on it. Like, she knows he's not the same person he was in high school.
Yeah. And afterwards, but I don't know, maybe that's normal.
It's not.
You look really well.
I know. It's classic me. Came to college and got pretty.
No, you're always pretty. Very pretty. You know, you're beautiful.
No? Well, haven't heard that one in a while.
Does Garrett not tell you you're beautiful, no?
And that moment where Connell goes right out and says that she's beautiful shows confidence, shows self-assurance. It almost, in a weird way, is him claiming her, because he knows that no one will ever love her the way that Connell can love her. No one will ever be able to service her the way that he could service her. No one will ever be able to see her the way he sees her. And he knows that. He has confidence in it. And that's attractive, you know, like having that confidence in yourself of like, yeah, these people are great. You know, Gareth is probably great, but he doesn't call you beautiful. Okay. You know, Connell. I like seeing this side of Connell.
Oh, he's probably very busy doing amateur drama or something.
Debating, and you're being cruel.
Oh, yeah, I clocked that. See, yeah, I thought I was bad going out with 𝗏𝐿 and your boyfriend's a Holocaust denier.
He's just into free speech. Okay, so we both failed on ideological purity.
Yeah.
Are you dating anyone problematic at the moment?
No, not even anyone good.
Finding it hard to meet people here.
Mm-hmm. It's a bit different from home, I suppose.
Probably why I'm good at it. I have some girlfriends I could introduce you to.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I have those now.
Nah, not sure I'd be their type.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
What's not to like about you?
That's a good question. I don't know.
They have such a beautiful chemistry of challenging each other, then reassuring each other, sharing very vulnerable parts of themselves, and then affirming each other. Like, it's just such a beautiful dance of like discomfort, growth, peace, acceptance, and creating a sense of like, I don't know, like being able to relax into your person and feel like you're at home with them in a sense. But it never gets stagnant because you're constantly pushing each other and growing. And when I say push each other, it's moments where he says things like your boyfriend's a Holocaust denier. You know, he's straight up calling her out for being with someone who obviously isn't compatible with her because he doesn't really have opinions that Marianne would agree with. And then Marianne's like, well, you're not compatible with Rachel. And they're able to both call each other out, but have that be a very true thing. Like, instead of making each other feel bad, it's instead like, I see you. I see you so much that when you're betraying yourself, I see that. and I'm going to call you out for betraying yourself. Not because I think you should do better or differently, but because I just know this isn't really who I think you would be if you really, really thought about it. And I think that's the difference between challenging a person to become who you think they should become and just simply being there to understand your person, witness them through all of their different life choices and their growth and their regressions. Like, Connell knows Marianne is probably not going to stay with Gareth because they're not compatible. Just as Marianne knew that Connell was never really going to stay with Rachel, but they're not going to tell each other to break up with the person. They're just going to be like, yeah, that's not your guy. He doesn't call you beautiful. He doesn't have compatible thoughts with you. Like, nah. But Connell's going to let her play it out however long she needs to and make her own decisions. And that's the beauty of being able to understand someone that much and have that much unattached love, is that you know at the end of the day what your person's going to do. So much so that you don't even need to tell them what they're going to do or what they need to do. And therefore, your person can feel called out, seen, and understood by you without feeling the pressure of needing to make a decision right away. Like Marianne knows, Connell understands me enough to know that I'm not meant for Gareth and Gareth is not meant for me, but he's going to let me do whatever I need to do. And I don't feel pressured to break up with Gareth. I don't feel pressured to do anything about it. I could hypothetically still date Gareth for another 10 years. Who knows? But I have enough space to make my own decision because Connell doesn't need me to act on anything in any sort of way to prove anything to him. He just knows. And that's what's so interesting about just understanding someone, is that you can know they're gonna make a decision, and you can know that they know that you're gonna make a decision. And therefore, you could completely remove the pressure to make that decision because there's this knowing, and you trust it's gonna happen regardless. Enjoyed today's video? Then consider becoming a YouTube member or joining the Patreon to gain access to all of my full commentary videos. See ya there.